Okay. So everybody can see everybody. Bonnie's coming on right now. So Bettina, are you ready? Okay. All right. So everybody, welcome to tonight's training session. I'm Annette Johnson, Department Junior Vice Commander for Education and Training for the 21-22 membership year. And I'm going to ask everybody to show honor to our nation's flag by standing and saluting, please. Hand salute. 2. And be seated. Okay. So I want to introduce Jesse. Jesse's been a member of the American Legion for 6 years. He currently serves as the commander of Post 151 in Commerce City. This is his second year as District 6 Sergeant at Arms. He's also Department Assistant Sergeant at Arms this year, and he served in the United States Infantry. So Jesse, let me get the screen up and then you'll be ready to go. Okay, whenever you're ready, Jesse.
All right. First thing I'd like to do is thank you all for sharing this with me, being here tonight. I want to thank Annette for helping me get this going. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, commanders, both commanders. All right. Well, as you all know, children and youth is an individual pillar and is combined with Americanism. We have 3 programs, levels that we're going to be talking about, which is the national, department, and post. Now, how the youth portion fits into these programs, we'll talk about that, and then later we'll discuss the differences between Americanism and the children and youth. On the national level, next. On national level, historically, in 1925, the American Legion, it was called the Endowment Fund, American Legion Endowment Fund. But the purpose of the American Legion Endowment Fund was to fund veterans affairs, and temporary financial assistance for which the American Legion Endowment Fund. It uses donations received from foundations, donations from different investments, which they have been over $30 million in temporary financial assistance fund to disabled veterans and military families, and people have lost their parents in the service to our nation. Since 1925, this started 1925, the American Legion Endowment Fund. Next. The American Legion temporary financial assistance.
Where are you?
Say what?
I'm just looking for where you're at, that's all.
Oh. Okay, well, more than $800,000 in American Legion temporary financial assistance are commonly dispersed each year in grants. More than 3,000 trained American Legion service officers are continuously helping more than 700,000 veterans with their government benefits. And here recently, I heard that Dean Casey, he helps a lot of people, and I like to give praise to him because he did a lot. He's done a lot for all the veterans and their families. I really appreciate what he's doing. Will Davis also, and it helps the government benefits, education, and employment for opportunities for the healthcare and all their needs. In 2011, there was over 1,358 children that were helped by temporary financial assistance, amounting more than 635,786 in disbursements. That's from the American Legion Endowment Fund. that says American Legion Veterans and Children Foundation, but it's American Legion Endowment Fund is where this came from. So next. What is the objective? Is to preserve the integrity of the family. These donations has helped disabled veterans and that's facing unexpected and threatened challenges. And it's a 501c3 organization dedicated to the board of directors and national steering committees. It provides training for American Legion accredited service officers. Again, thanks for all the service officers that are doing all the work that they're doing for all the veterans. Appreciate what they're doing. American Legion Department Service Officers secure more than 3.7 million in benefits for our veterans during the fiscal year 2020. Next. On the national level, in 2018, to better reflect this, it serves we had a resolution that Resolution 3, it changed from the American Legion Endowment Fund to the Veterans and Children Foundation. And in 2019, it began doing business as a Foundation of Hope. And which is the Foundation of Hope is Commanders, National Commanders Project. Since they started doing business as Foundation of Hope in 2019, which is the purpose, again, is to provide aid to military and veteran families facing financial hardships that threaten the stability of the families, their homes. Temporary financial grants are used to cover emergency housing, utilities, and foods for needs of families with minor children at home. And a member may receive up to $1,500 a year. Well, actually, it's a one-time $1,500, which it could be paid in increments. So if you like, they can get $200 or $500, but it's a one-time $1,500, which it could be paid in increments. But once you get up to $1,500, then you can no longer receive it. And that's through the Foundation of Hope. So again, temporary financial assistance. All right, next page. Children and youth programs on a national level. In 1972, President Nixon, he made his first proclamation during the week of Thanksgiving and ever since, every president after that given has made the Thanksgiving week the family week. So the American Legion is committed to the children and youth pillar of service, and it gives Family Week to promote, encourage, and celebrate the importance of healthy families. So Family Week is in the week of Thanksgiving. And national, next please. National programs. The American Legion National Emergency Fund. This funds, they support the families that have had disasters in their families, providing emergency funding to families and military families who it's a national emergency fund that was prevented damage from closing and enabled individual members to recover from tragedy. It's like the Marshall fires and the flooding, hurricanes, tornadoes, and that's what the National Emergency Fund is all about. So if any of this occurs, then they can get the National Emergency Fund. Operation Comfort Warriors. It was established in 2007. And this program serves veterans receiving treatment at the Department of Veteran Affairs facilities, which it helps in so it gives care facilities and transition union, delivers items not normally provided by the federal government. like such as art and sports therapy equipment and recreation opportunities from recovering warriors. Next, the Children Welfare Foundation. That was created in 1954. It's a 501c3 also. And it awards grants to nonprofit organizations nationwide that contribute to the physical, mental, and emotional, spiritual needs of children and youth. It's a foundation also improves lives of children in multiple ways, including support for the youth activities sponsored by the American Legion. The Legacy Scholarship Fund. In 2006, awards college funding for youth whose parents have died on active duty since 9/11. They need to apply this year, Legacy Scholarship Fund, they need to apply from January 1st to April 1st, and they can apply online at legacy.org/scholarship/legacy. So if you know anyone that's in this need, that's where they need to go. But they can only apply from January 1st to April 1st. So this is a great program also. Next, American Legion Charities. They offers donors and convenient opportunities to select programs and services, particularly, such as a national oratorical contest, which American Legion Voice Nation, and Voice Nation. That's Voice Nation. When the boys come from Boise State, they go to Washington, and then they become senators, and from there they can make different bills, to help Bruce participation in the political process, including organization of party conventions, nominating and electing the president and vice president. So it's Voice Nation. And it's a great thing for boys to do. Next. What is the objective of children and youth? The objective is the health and welfare of our children, is protecting and safeguarding our children and the youth, strengthening the family unit. And it's a well-rounded programs that meet the needs of young people while maintaining family integrity. So it's on the national department and post levels. And when there's critical issues of child pornography, catastrophic illnesses, intellectual disabilities, and the research and development and function of the nervous system, gene therapy, it just helps in all kinds. So it's children and youth is safeguarding our children. So next. And it's also immunization of needy children, family integrity, which the family integrity promotes the family, the cornerstone of the society, and supports National Family Week each November. Media violence. American Legion supports appropriate state and federal legislation. And immoral expressions in movies, television programs, news broadcasts, video games, and internet. And that's a lot of stuff that's going on now that these here young kids and children are getting into. They watch these TV programs, and there's a lot of stuff in there that isn't right. So keep them from doing that. Drug abuse. The American Legion fully supports adequate funding for border, state, federal, military drug trafficking. Then keep illegal substances from reaching our nation's youth. Next, child sexual exploitation. And the Legion supports our appropriate laws that's aimed at the prevention and investigation, prosecution of sexual there's over 300,000 children that are they're brought into this here exploitation every year. So it's not something that it goes on every day. Every day there's children that's being that's exploited. So in 2014 to 2015, the FBI arrested over 3,000 men alone for exposure for children exploitation. It's something that happens every day, every hour, every day. The men getting on the video on internet and coasting these here girls getting into sexual exploitation, and they arrest them. They're looking for them, and we got to be aware of that all the time, because you never know what's going to happen. Children are getting into this here videos and internet. And you never know what's going to happen, so we need to keep an eye on that. Family Support Week. It's support is ready to provide immediate assistance to U.S. military personnel and their families whose lives have been directly affected by the war on terrorism. Family Support, the network offers a wide range of programs to provide resources on family with children with special needs, with the social, intellectual, emotional, and psychological needs. So they can have their families, so they can help them out with this. So Family Support Week is when we need to support this, because it helps our children in on psychological and emotional, and helps the personal families, and it affects everybody here in this end. Youth Defined. There's the next page, please. American isn't about education, children and youth, but youth is about physical, mental, emotional, intellectual. However, youth programs are more education. Youth programs are more about education and safeguarding our children. And these programs promote physical health and welfare of our children, and preparing them for the future. The youth, it promotes mental health, building teamwork, combining it's education, welfare of our children, and American children and youth together builds moral, value, character, and future leaders. So the youth is defined as physical, mental health, and welfare of our children, which builds character in ourselves. All right, next. And the nationally available youth programs, Boy Scouts of America, Campfire USA, Youth Crimes, Youth Crime Watch of America. Yeah, it's a nonprofit organization that helps youth crime watch programs throughout the U.S. and in other countries. So Youth Crime Watch in America is help preventing drug use in our communities. Next, Girl Scouts of America, 4-H Council, National Family Partnership, which is shares tools and strategies. National Family Partnership shares tools, strategies, and resources to support families and communities in the effort to support drug-free youth. Also sponsored by Red Ribbon Week. Everybody know what Red Ribbon Week is? I'll let you know. It's during October 23rd to the 31st. And it's a mission to help these kids to become drug-free. And it celebrates it every year and try to help the kids keep from being drug-free. And so it's helping their young kids with their lives. And it's one of the biggest drug-free programs there is out there. It's a Red Ribbon Week. It's being the best that they can be because they live drug-free. Next, National Youth Leadership Council. The National Youth Leadership Council mission is to build vital and communities through service learning through forefronts of the efforts to reform education and guide. And the street law provides young people with information about law, democracy, and human rights, and provides youth leadership. Teen crime and community. This has brought about 500,000 youth from more than 40 states into the world of crime prevention through education and teen-led and implemented action projects. And they're found in juvenile justice facilities, schools, community-based, and led by crime prevention practitioners. Teen crime and community, free program training, and technical assistance to these adults. That's another good. All right, next page. 2018 daily. Gun violence, impacting children and teens. Every day, children and teens from 1 to 17 are shot in the United States. And 5 die from violence. Well, it's all there. 17 children and teens survive of gunshots every day. 8 are intentionally shot by someone else and survive. This is every day. 2 children and teens either die from gun suicide or survive an attempted gun suicide. Well, 8 children and teens are unintentionally shot in the incidents of family fire. Shooting involving improperly stored or misused gun found in homes result in injury or death. Next, and among these, the annual, this is 2018 annual gun violence. Every year, 7,957 children and teens are shot in the United States. So 662 die from gun suicide. 662 die from gun suicide. And the Center for Disease Control, they cite that suicide is the second leading cause of death for young people between the ages of 15 to 24. Studies suggest that 1 in 25 teens in the United States have attempted suicide, and 1 in 8 has contemplated it. A person under 25 commits suicide every 2 hours, and suicide accounts for 20% of deaths among 15 to 24 years old. So it's a shame that we gotta keep an eye on our kids, but it's sad, you know, that you got guns in your house and don't keep them locked up and stored away, and they got their they got a lot of intention to they feel bad, you know, they want to kill themselves. They don't. But we got there's a lot of warnings that we can see from the children, you know. Let's see. You know, there's warning signs that we can watch in the children to keep from committing suicide. You know, like drug or alcohol, if they're using drug or alcohol, or if they're depressed, or loss of energy and mood swings, unnecessary and dangerous risk of they're talking about killing themselves all the time. We gotta watch this, keep them from doing what they want to do, commit suicide. So it's something that's very, it's happening every hour, every day. So we got to keep this under watch at all times. All right, next, 2018 annual. It's department level. I'm sorry, going back. Next page.
Up or down? There?
Yeah. Next. Department level, yeah, both children and youth and Americanism. And what it benefits in the youth programs. Well, this one you got to see Tom Bach because it changes every year. Every time you turn around, it's either $250 for the Colorado Vets Assistance Funds or Colorado Vets Kids Fund, which it's $150 for Colorado Vets Assistance Fund one day, and the next day it's $250. So best thing to do is just talk to Tom Bach, and he'll let you know which is the right one. But anyway, temporary financial assistance. We talked about that. About medical assistance, dental, natural disasters, and basic needs of military families and American Legion members. So when if a family needs it, when they're posted, they'll provide assistance to submit the documentation, the department headquarters reimbursement. So anyway, they got to provide everything to prove that they need it, and that they're a veteran. So you got to keep that in mind, that you got to, whenever they need it, we just we give them what they need, and then we go back and we get the money back from the department, and we don't give them cash, so the check won't be provided to the veterans. It'll go to the company that if they need it for like utilities or food or whatever they need. So but we gotta prove that they need it, and that they are a veteran, or if they are in the military at this time. So Americanism side, and baseball, flag, boy state, oratorical, scouting, all this, the department level, it supports all of these. Next. The example of a department temporary financial system assistance is when, say, if a veteran, he's in the service and he's working and he loses his job, well, he can go to the post and he asks for help. Well, we can help him, but it's temporary, and then they can go to the department and get the money back from what we helped them with. So this will help the temporary financial assistance. It'll help them with their needs at the time that if they're out of work and they don't have funds to help their families, and then you go to the post will help them, and then they go back to the department, and department will help them out with that. And or they can go online, and they can, the American Legion Department, of which they can call, can help them out with that. So next. The poster reminded that our families in financial need with minor children are encouraged to call department headquarters first. But if, like I say, they can go to the post first, and we can give them sufficient funds, and so that we can help them with their needs. And 1,000 requests through the Family Support Network are received every year, all levels of the American Legion. The national headquarters, along with 2,153 requests in 2011. And most of them are handled locally, so which that's an awesome thing. We can help them out with when they need assistance. All right, next. American Legion Child Welfare Foundation. Here in Colorado, the Sons of American Legion, they accepted this program to be their main fundraising events throughout the year. Well, we went to this here last Saturday, and they received a lot of money to help out with this here foundation. In 2012, the foundation, they awarded $506,683 in grants to nonprofit organizations. With these programs, they help the children and youth. So, and different programs that they help is American Humane Association of Englewood, Colorado, Angel Flight, Autism Speaks, different foundations that they welfare foundation they help. So, which is it supports a program and through the Child Welfare Foundation. Next. On the post level, children and youth programs are defined. Balances care, protection, and well-being with physical, legislative, emotional, intellectual, spiritual needs of the child, and basic needs. And this is through the temporary financial assistance. And they don't pay for basic needs. You know, it's for like not for car repairs or car payments or cable bills or anything that's in the, you know, that's not necessary at the time. But again, like I said, Children Colorado Vets have an assistance fund. It's $150 or $250, depends on what the department comes up with. And Colorado Vets Kids Fund, it's either $150 or $250. And through the post level, that there's a lot of times if families need it, then the post purchase $25 King Super gift cards to help veterans and help them with their food and gas. But so again, we need to go through talk to Tom Bach because he's in charge of that, and then he'll let you know if it's $150 or $250 at the time. Through either one, the Colorado Vets Assistance Funds or Colorado Vets Kids Fund. All right, Americanism, Boy Scouts of America, Girl Scouts of America. All this is on the post level that we support. Teen crime in the community, national youth leadership, street law. Americans is idyllically or believed in devotion to loyalty or to all this in street laws and teen crimes, and so we're all supporting all this Americanism. All right, next. Colorado Vets Kid Fund. It was developed by PDC Jim Gates in 2012 and 2013. He developed the program to bring direct way for the post to assist veterans requiring immediate assistance at one time. It was $150 or $200 depending on the funds available. Now, the veteran with primary custody of kids. And American Legion, the resources you received assistance from And you do have primary custody. If you got to have primary custody of the children. You got to have proof that you have it. If like say if there's a divorced couple, then they have to prove if that the veteran alone could only have can receive this the fund, the fund with you, as long as the man has the veteran has the kids, and they have to have proof that they have custody of the kid. So, and if they bring their bills and rental agreement that assistance fund is needed, then they'll have them. Only basic necessities are covered. So Colorado Vets Assistance Fund, this is without children. It's a one-time $150 or $250, depending on the funds available. And the post determines if the request is legitimate and if the post can provide the median member immediate assistance. If they can prove it, then the post can submit all the documents to headquarters, the department headquarters, for reimbursement of within 3 days. So, but you got to have proof of that you have, you know, these all that you need all this here funds. All right, next.
Did I go 2 or 1? Sorry.
Yeah, April is Children and Youth Month. Well, as everybody knows it, April is Children and Youth Month, and so it's to guide to strengthen the family and the unit work quality organizations that provide service to children, provide communities with well-rounded programs. And post-level programs are teen mental health, warning signs. For children, provide communities with well-rounded programs that meet the needs of young people. And some post levels are teen mental health, warning signs of youth, and teen suicide prevention. And automobile safety, you know, that's number one of the it's that kills the children nowadays. It's when they don't wear their seatbelts or car accidents. And suicide, number 2. And drowning, Halloween programs, you know, all of this here is it's during National Family Week when we need to watch our children at this time. Many posts participate in the Child Welfare Fund at the Department Commanders Project, and it's a Department Commanders Project and the National Commanders Project, which is the Foundation of Hope. All right, so next. Some other post-level activities. Children Miracle Network, Easter egg hunts, 4th of July parties, food drives, school supplies, all this good stuff is post-level activities that which we do. We in our post, we give out school supplies every August. We give it out for a whole week that children come by and get school supplies for whatever they need, the backpacks and school, pencils, notebooks, everything that they need. On Halloween, you know, we give different things, that food, turkeys, and different canned foods. But this helps the all the children with all their stuff through the year, support the charitable organizations. And all right, next level, the next page. All right, so I guess the total for temporary financial assistance for the year 2021, because we haven't got the report from 2022 yet. It's 142,495 and 89. Color Vets Kids Funds, 80,664. And Color Vets Assistant, it's 134,176,000. Total kids, Color Vets Kids Fund, 214,840,000. Well, the year-to-date total is 135,037. No, 135,037,000. You got it. All right. All right, the references, the next page. References is Children and Youth and American Legion Endowment Fund. It's a GuideStar profile, American Legion Veterans Children Foundation brochures and publications. An American Legion, the Foundation of Hope brochure, the American Legion Gun Violence Key Statistics, the Brady United.org 2018. All right. So that concludes it. And I want to thank you all for sharing this with me. And hope I didn't disappoint you.
Hey, Jesse.
All right.
Jesse,
Yeah, go ahead.
nice job, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
You did a great job, Jesse. Does anybody have any questions for Jesse?
This is Tina. I just have one quick question. The questions that were, or the programs that were referenced, and those aren't necessarily, they're not American Legion programs, right? They're just other programs that we might tie into.
Well, there's the national programs, and then there's department programs, and post programs. So which ones are you referring to?
Sorry, I should have written them down. I didn't, but for example, obviously Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America, that was mentioned, like campfire organizations.
Yeah,
like those are.
That's a post and then a department level.
So let me help you out here, Jesse, if you don't mind. So Tina, to let you know that those references that you've seen up there that were primarily on a national and department level that the American Legion recommends for us to work with. However, on the post level, like you're up there in a rural area where I'm down in the metro area. So we may not necessarily have a 4-H program where you guys might have one up there. And then there's other programs that you guys might have like in the agricultural field, and as far as farming and things like that we don't have. So it always falls back on a post by post basis of what your post and your membership chooses to do. The ones that
right, perfect. Yeah, thank you. That totally explains
Yes.
it. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So those are just suggestions though, if you like, especially for the posts that are just starting out and they need to get a jump start on working within the community. There is that one other piece though that Jesse had mentioned as far as Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Those are national nonprofit organizations that again, your post can choose to work on. Actually, our children and youth program chooses those ones to work with and support.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Does anybody else have a question? Okay, so I wanted to talk just a few minutes about the most recent Legion magazine that came out. Sorry, I'm trying to find the front page here. So is this one? So inside that Legion magazine, there is a children and youth section. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just going to do a quick rundown on it.
Annette,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you take down the presentation so we can see you and what you're talking about?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Please and thank,
Okay, how's that? Is that better?
much better.
Okay, so I'll go back and do this again here. So this is the most recent Legion magazine, this one. And inside the magazine on page 45, there is a children and youth report that came out from National. And I just want to share some of these numbers with you guys. This stuff comes off of our CPRs that we do every year. So, you know, the big long sheet that has 4 pages that I do that training on in May, that all goes to National. And that's what the National Commander uses to report to the president and Congress. Okay, so last year, and again, this is during the COVID year, so these numbers are a lot lower than usual, but there were 21 American Legion departments with established American Legion youth youth cadet law enforcement programs. There was $482,622 amounts awarded in academic scholarships from the national level to 63 students. 909 American Legion posts that participated in annual American Education Week, an increase from 242 from the previous year. 2,377 students receiving American Legion School Award medals. And I don't know if we have any, at least in my district, District 6, I don't know if we actually participate in that program. It'd be something worth looking into. $639,328 is the amount in American Legion Child Welfare Foundation grants awarded to 14 nonprofit organizations that contribute to the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs of children and youth. 6,826 participants at 31 American Legion Boys State programs. 50,575 youth who played American Legion baseball, representing 2,975 teams and 49 American Legion departments. 808 American Legion posts that conducted child health and safety activities, an increase from 225 from the previous year. Again, this is all during the COVID year when a lot of places were shut down. 1,709 American Legion posts that conducted Halloween safety activities, which is an increase of 315 from the previous year. 88 shooting clubs that entered in the 2021 postal round competition of the American Legion Junior Shooting Sports National Tournament, which I believe Larry is a participant in that. Thank you. And 49 American Legion Department oratorical winners certified of the 53 departments normally competing. So that's just a good example of some of the things that our CPR reports provide to everybody, because everybody in the Legion receives these magazines. So it lets people know that we are out here doing something, even though, you know, we may not see or be a participant in the different things that are going on. So and with that, I just want to say again, thank you, Jesse. You did a great job, and it was very informative. So thank you for that. And do we have any other questions? Commanders, anything you want to say?
I want to say thanks to Jesse. Good training. Make sure you keep up that work and get these out to all the people and let them know about your session on our website.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Larry, did you want to say anything about the junior shooting at all?
Not really. We went through that program the last training session.
Yeah, well, I'm aware of that, but as far as,
Well, Actually, Annette, I've got something to add.
okay,
So just the name of that one competition, the postal competition, it makes you think that the United States Post Office is involved. Well, they are involved, but they literally, the individual participants shoot at their individual clubs and mail their targets in to be scored. That's why they call it the postal competition.
oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is. Like, at first I think, well, what the heck is the post office doing in our competition?
Right. Okay,
Hmm,
well,
That's
thank you. for
good.
that. Anything else, anybody? Okay, well, with that, then we'll go ahead and we'll conclude the training for the night. And thank you, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you all in 2 weeks. And please watch for the email and the invitation. Please, like the commander mentioned, please get this information out to your posts and let them know that there are links out on our department website to where people can come in and watch these programs. I'm getting more phone calls and more emails from folks asking about the programs because they're busy on Tuesday nights, and people are running their post programs and whatnot. So one of the things is I've let them know, and some of the district commanders know, is these videos are out there for you.
Mhm.
A lot of people have asked for training. These are for you, and you can, if you want to set up a district training or even a post training on a specific topic, you can then go out to the website, open these up, and utilize these as a training tool for your post members.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I will bid you all a good night, and I hope you all stay safe and healthy.
Annette, hang on. I got to talk to you.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Thank you all very
Thanks,
much.
all.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you for allowing me in your house.
Hi, Jess.
Hey, clean up your mess before you
All
leave.
right, I'll clean it up.
That's right. Bye, Jesse.
Goodbye.
It's the off button, Jesse.
Leave me. There you go. What's
Okay,
up?
hold on. Hold on.